I could use all of those things like a lot more than what they are right now. So we'll start in child's pose. And this is my jam. This is my favorite thing to teach. This is like where I come from. This is my yoga journey. And it's called Baptiste yoga, if you've ever heard of it. Start to move some air in and out through your nose. And bring your knees real wide. Like if you can bring them wider, then do that. And sit your hips as far back towards your heels as you can. And if they don't touch, it's all good. Start to move some air in and out through your nose, keeping your mouth closed, not tense, but just soft lips. And this is an audible breath, so you can hear it, right? I can hear your breath, you can hear your breath, your neighbor can hear you breathe. And this is a way of clearing. This is a way of building internal heat, also known as tapas. Give your head a little sway side to side and just give your third eye a little wake-up call here. And then you can come into stillness, stretch your fingers away from each other. Yeah, you could even reach your arms forward. Take a full, deep, expansive breath in. Breathe out and relax your chest towards the floor. Do that one more time. Inhale, expand your ribs away from each other. And then exhale, soften your chest down towards the floor. Inhale, rise up to your hands and your knees. Downward facing dog. Tuck your toes, lift your hips up and back. And just be in this pose, and you can move around. I love to bend my knees in this pose, wiggle around. And know that a variation of down dog can also be hands and knees. Bring your feet at least hip distance. So that's 2 fists could fit in between your feet. Yeah, good, Kathy. And then soften your knees, lift your hips up and back. Yeah, look behind you. Yeah, look behind you at the back wall. Now breathe here. Breathe right into this, right? 4 points of contact, this downward facing dog. And I invite you this morning to come as you are, exactly as you are, not as you think you should be. Walk your feet to your hands, sweep your gaze forward. Come to the top edge of your mat. So sometimes I'll practice with you guys, sometimes I will just teach. So just listen, right? If I'm not doing the movements, you can look around and you can also just listen. So forward fold. Yeah, do what I'm doing right now. Yeah. Bend your knees, bring your feet at least hip distance. Good, Barbara. Grab opposite elbows and breathe into your whole back body. Yeah, you can sway side to side. You can bend one knee, straighten the other. The intention of this beginning part of class is to integrate, right? And integrate means to come together, to be sound, to be complete, to be whole. Nothing missing, nothing to fix. Take one more full deep breath in right here. Fold even deeper, chest towards your thighs. Now release your elbows, toe heel your feet together. Rise all the way up, extended mountain pose. Reach up, look up, hands to heart center, exhale. One united breath right here. Pull your shoulders back, inhale. And exhale, soften. Reach up, extended mountain pose, inhale. You can bring your gaze up, forward fold, hands through heart center, exhale. Soften your knees. Drop your head all the way down. Now lift up halfway to standing pause here. Now you can bring your hands above your knees, below your knees. It depends how long your arms are. And then forward fold, exhale. Pull your chest towards your thighs. Practice that again. Halfway up, inhale. Squeeze your belly towards your back. Look at one point. Forward fold, exhale. One more time, halfway lift, inhale. Plant your hands, high plank. Step back. So come into that first push-up position. knowing that you can also take your hands and your knees as well. Now breathe here. Look more forward of your fingertips, a good Darcy. And now shift forward, press into your toes, move your shoulders in front of your wrists. Lower halfway down or all the way down, it's your choice. Upward facing dog, or you can take cobra pose like I'm demonstrating. Right, up dog, arms straight, thighs lift. Pull your shoulders away from your ears. So if your shoulders are like this, right, you're turtling, come out of your shell. Yeah, downward facing dog, exhale. Good, breathe in and breathe out. Spread your fingers wide and press every knuckle into the floor. Like really root down. And now look at your feet. Look at your feet. Take a full breath in. Breathe out all your air till there's none left. Step your feet or jump your feet to your hands. We'll start to build the practice here. Halfway lift, inhale. Lengthen your spine as much as you can. Forward fold, exhale. Drop your head. Rise up, mountain pose. Sweep up, look up. Forward fold, exhale. Move all the way through this time. Halfway lift, inhale. Squeeze your belly. High to low plank, exhale. Take your time. You can always skip the chaturanga. You can come straight into down dog. Good, up dog, yes. Downward facing dog, exhale. Right, so this is a practice. So take it on like it's a practice. It's not about getting it right? It's not about looking good. It's about being in the feeling of it and just moving and breathing and just coming from right now. So from downward facing dog, take a full breath in, soften your knees. Breathe out all your air. Keep emptying out. Feet to hands, step or jump. Good, Jody. Halfway lift, right away. Forward fold, exhale. Rise up, extended mountain pose. Inhale, sweep up. Forward fold, exhale, lower down. Just follow your breath. Halfway lift, inhale. Chaturanga Dandasana or straight back to down dog, exhale. Shift forward. Upward facing dog or little baby cobra. Downward facing dog, breathe out, exhale. Hands and knees is a great option, right? You work with your body, not against it. And sometimes that can be our default. So soften behind your knees, bend your knees. Yeah, good, Kathy. And then relax your heels down towards the earth. Look behind you. Inhale, fill up your lungs as much as you can. Breathe out all your air till there's none left. Step or jump forward. Halfway lift. Nice, Belinda. Forward fold, exhale. Mountain pose. Root down through the soles of your feet. Lift your sternum up. Forward fold, exhale. Follow your breath. Halfway lift. Chaturanga Dandasana. High to low push-up. Upward facing. Downward facing dog, exhale. So notice here, are your feet really wide? Maybe bring them closer together, or are your feet really narrow? And then if your heels are touching the mat, I recommend walking your hands forward or walking your feet back to give yourself a more expansive down dog. And now you might not like that initially, but be okay with being a little uncomfortable and just stepping out of the norm, or it could be default too. All right, take a huge breath in. Squeeze your muscles into your bones. Breathe out all your air till there's none left. Step or jump forward. Halfway up, lengthen. Good, Roseanne. Forward folds. Chair pose, Utkatasana this time. So feet can either be together or hip distance. Just make sure there's the same space between your heels and your toes if you're taking your feet apart. And then pour the weight into your heels, sit your butt back. And then do the toe check. Look at your toes. If you can't see all 10 toes, or especially your big toes, slide your knees back, hips back. Sit down as much as you can. And then stay really broad and open through your chest. Yeah, I like to do a little cactus arms, and that can help you open through your chest. Yeah, good, sunshine. Breathe in, inhale. Sink a little lower, exhale. Good, Barbara, inhale. Sink lower, exhale. Last one, inhale, fill up. Forward fold, dive forward. Halfway lift, inhale. Chaturanga Dandasana, exhale. Plant your hands, step back. Upward facing dog, lift your chest, eyes open, downward facing dog. Step your right foot forward, warrior one. Now reach up. Pull your right hip back, Casey. And then expand through your chest. Casey and everybody, lift up. Bend into your right knee more. Yeah, good. Inhale, do that again. Lengthen up, sink a little deeper. Pull your belly in, inhale. Chaturanga Dandasana, plant your hands, step back. Again, you can skip this if you want. Upward facing dog. Downward facing, step your left foot right away, warrior one. Ground your back heel down. So make sure there's space in between your feet from side to side, right? At least 2 fists, so you're not like in one lane of traffic. There's 2 lanes, one for your right foot and one for your left foot. Yeah, good, Rachel. Now pull your left hip back this time, yeah, and pull your belly button in towards your back. Like not to look good, right? But for stability for your spine. Bend deeper through your front knee if you can. Yes. Now let's do with the breath and the tension release. So inhale, reach up, stay in sync. One more time, inhale, expand. Chaturanga Dandasana, exhale. Move through your movements. Take your time, upward facing, it's not a race. Downward facing dog, exhale. Create your down dog powerfully. So feet hip distance. Hands are shoulder distance. Good, Nancy. And then soften your knees, lift your sacrum up and back, press your chest toward your thighs. Yeah, inhale, breathe in. Breathe out all your air. Look at one thing, step or jump forward. Sweep your gaze as you move. Halfway lift, inhale, extend, forward fold, exhale. Chair pose, inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Follow your breath, halfway up. Chaturanga Dandasana. You can move ahead of my cues, behind my cues, just keep moving. Up dog, down, right foot, warrior one, step, inhale. Chaturanga Dandasana, exhale. So just moving through a little bit quicker, right? 1 or 2 breaths per pose, down dog. Left foot, warrior one. Rise up. High to low push-up, exhale, or straight back to downward facing dog. And you guys will all meet in down dog, or you can take child's pose, right, as an option in down dog, especially if you're feeling this in your wrists. Right? It takes time and practice to have this pose be comfortable. Like really, it took me 2 years to be like, okay, I can hold down dog for the amount of time my teacher wants to talk, right, without getting frustrated. So be easy on yourself and just practice the practice. Take a deep breath in. Breathe out all your air, stay. Good, one more before we move on. Inhale. Breathe out all your air, step or jump forward, feet to hands. Halfway lift, inhale, one more round, everyone. Forward fold. Chair pose, sink as low as you can. Forward fold. Halfway up. Chaturanga, keep going. Upward facing. Down dog. Right foot, warrior one. Press down and then lift up, low plank, exhale. And keep going, upward, move at your own pace. Downward, left foot, you go, warrior one. Low plank, nice sunshine. And then down dog or child's pose. Good, Kathy. Bring your feet together and lift your right heel up towards the ceiling. 3-legged dog. Keep your right leg straight to begin. You can flex your foot if that's helpful. And now bend your right knee and open up through your right hip. Yeah, so your right heel goes closer towards your glutes. Press your hands more into the mat. Lift your knee up even higher. Stay, or you can flip dog. If you want to flip dog, look underneath your left armpit and watch your right foot come to the floor. Spin your left toes towards the back wall. Yeah, so Rachel, spin your left toes towards the back wall. Yeah, so heel comes, there you go. Yeah, it'll be a little easier. Now everybody come back around, high plank. Hold here, knees up or knees down. Remember, suffering is usually something you choose. Heels to the right, it's true, heels to the right. Side plank. Breathe. Lift your hips up even higher. Look down, high plank, low plank. With breath, right? With grace, with ease, up dog. Downward facing dog, exhale. Three-legged dog on the left. You've got it. Now, if you need a rest, child's pose is your next best pose. Keep your left leg straight. I know you want to bend it, but keep it straight here and lift from the inside of your left thigh. Open up through your left toes. Yeah, okay, now bend and open. Now bend and open. Lift your left knee up even higher. Now you can stay here or flip all the way over. Yeah, go for it, Darcy. Adjust your feet. Once you've flipped over, you can make those adjustments. You're not stuck in quicksand here. Lift your hips up even higher. Open up through your chest and your heart. Nice, Rachel. Come back, high plank. Reintegrate. Heels to the left, side plank. Tilt your body over. So to modify this pose, like Belinda is so beautifully demonstrating, lower your left knee. Yeah, everybody can do this pose. Lift your hips up, look up at your right hand, high plank to low plank. Clear it out. Upward facing, downward facing. Step your right foot forward, crescent lunge. 2 lanes of traffic with your feet. Right, so my mat, it's pretty easy because there's a line down the middle, right? But if you don't have a line, just make sure that your feet aren't on one plane. And then if your back heel is touching the floor, scoot your right foot forward. Some of you are kind of short with your stance, so if you feel like you can scoot forward, then do that here. Inhale, reach up. Hands to heart center. Twist to the right, so lower halfway down, and then twist. Again, make this work for your body. Bring your back knee down. Breathe. Press your top hand into your bottom hand. Louder with your breath, more intentional. One more deep breath and lengthen your spine. Stay and exhale, pull your right elbow back. Warrior 2, you can look down to ground and then buoy up to the surface. Long stride, everyone. So scoot your right toes forward. Right toes boom straight forward at 12 o'clock. Left toes pointing towards the window wall or parallel to the back edge of your mat. Now bring your gaze this way to the front of the room. And track your gaze right over your right hand. Yes. Now extended side angle, right elbow to right knee. If your fingers are facing towards the left edge of your mat or towards the window wall, spin your fingers so they face forward towards the mirror. And notice what that does to your shoulder. Yeah, so look at me, everybody. You know, fingers towards the window. Yeah, and then try this, fingers towards the mirror. Yeah. Notice what that does to your shoulder. It helps open up through your lower shoulder. Yeah, good, Roseanne. And then you can take a bind if you desire. Left hand behind your back, right arm underneath your front quad as an option. Yeah, choose, you choose. It's like you're either feeling it or you're not, and it doesn't mean anything. Open up through the left side of your body. Good, sunshine. If you're in the bind, keep the bind, but lift your right side up off your right leg. Good, breathe it out for 3. You're almost there. 2. One more huge breath in. Inhale. Chaturanga, release it out. Exhale. With breath, with breath. Up dog, heel open, wide open. Down dog, exhale. Step your left foot forward, warrior one. Let's do the other side. Spin your back heel up towards the ceiling. Yeah, so warrior one is here, crescent lunge here. And then if your back heel is dropping down, press into your right toes and scoot your left foot forward. And then squeeze your thighs together. Once you have your foundation, then hands to heart, twist to the left. Press your right elbow into the outside of your left knee. Breathe deep, breathe deep. Practice for what's possible here. Not for the perfection, right? Not for looking good, none of those things, but just like what's available right here. You press your top hand into your bottom hand. Good, sunshine, nice, Jody. Now inhale all together, lengthen your spine. Stay and twist, wring out all the stale air. Now warrior two, buoy up to the surface, just like you're coming from underwater to the surface. Now go wider with your stance. Scoot your left toes forward. Yeah, catch your breath. Look at your left foot. Everyone look at it and make sure it's right straight forward at 12 o'clock, okay? If it's turned in, make that correction. Right? It creates alignment, which creates ease, right? We want more of that. Now tilt, extended side angle. Left fingers facing towards the mirror, and then squeeze your shoulder blades together on your back body. Ujjayi, steady, easeful breath. Start to rotate your chest up towards the ceiling. Yeah, good, Nancy. So right shoulder back, open up even more. Bind or stay. Everyone can do a half bind. That's just wrap your right arm behind your back and then start to reach for their left inner thigh. Doesn't have to be reaching for it, but yeah, having the intention of it. Good. Belinda's got a full bind. Yeah, full binders, right? Take something to get into the bind, so then start to lift up out of the bind, but keep the bind. So shoulders lift. Yeah, lift. Take a huge breath. Inhale. Chaturanga Dandasana. Exhale. Take it all the way down to your home base pose. Down dog or child's. Nice, Belinda. Getting strong in your upper body, girl. Ha. Breathe in through your nose. Breathe out through your nose. Do that again. Inhale. And exhale. If you're in child's, peel up to downward facing dog. Step or jump your feet to your hands. Sweep your gaze forward as you move. Halfway up. Forward fold. Chair pose. Get your feet. Hands to heart, twist to the right. Keep your toes aligned and knees aligned. And then from there, press your top hand into your bottom hand and start to rotate your chest. So you're stacking right long on top of left long. Ujjayi. Sit your hips lower than your heart. Yeah, good, Barbara. One more deep breath in. Inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Separate your feet and grab your big toes with your peace fingers. Lift up halfway, so track your gaze more forward. And now chest pulls towards your thighs, exhale. And you can do that a couple more times if you want. To inhale to lengthen. And then exhale to fold. It'll help you get deeper into the posture. Now just bring your weight more forward into your toes. Keep the position, but just shift your weight more forward. Yeah, I got to balance. Keep your eyes open. Release your toes, chair pose. Notice your feet. Yeah, good. Hands to heart, twist to the left. Keep your right knee in line with your left. It's just gonna wanna shift forward. And then squeeze your thighs together. If your feet are apart, thighs are apart the same amount as your feet. So make sure you have that. Yes, good, a little spacer there. Now take a breath and lengthen. Stay and twist, ring out. Do that again. Inhale, lengthen. Forward fold. Lower down. Step on your hands, gorilla pose. Drop your head down. Bring your feet apart if they're together, at least hip distance. I like a good shoulder distance here. And shake your head out, yes. Shake your head out, yes. Shake your head out, no. This practice is called a journey into power, and it feels like that, yeah? Journey, all the emotions, right? I like this, I don't like this. Oh my God, this is amazing. Like all the things, yeah, right here. So just let it be, let it be. Release your feet from your hands, and we'll meet in Malasana. So come into a goddess squat. Yeah, and so if your goddess squat is here, then you take it like that. It might look like mine, it might not. If your heels are lifting, try bringing your feet wider apart and see if your heels can settle down. They may or may not, depending on your anatomy. Yeah, it's okay. Yep, we're all different. Now pull your chest through your legs. Press your elbows into your knees. Now you can either stay here if you want to practice crow. This is available for everybody. If you want to practice crow, you can follow along with me. If you know crow, go ahead. If you want to do crow, bring your feet together, lift your butt up in the air. Bring your hands shoulder distance. Bend your elbows, shift forward. You can stay here or lift one set of toes, the other set of toes. So your options here are Malasana or crow, or if you need child's pose, you take it. But stay committed to your practice. Stay fully in. Yeah, good, sunshine. Look more forward, everyone. If you're in crow, yeah, look more forward. Good, Nancy. Keep practicing. This is like a little mini, yoga workshop, if you will. In Malasana, keep pulling your chest forward, opening through your legs. Good, Belinda. It's perfect setup. Good, sunshine. Nice, Roseanne. All right, now everybody go through a vinyasa, high plank, low plank, or you can just step back, downward facing dog. Let's do that again, crow or Malasana round 2. So you can step or jump into crow. This is your opportunity to practice, right? And again, it's not about even getting it. And if you want to eventually get to crow, right, you have to practice it. And you have to kind of suck before you can really shine at it. So just be willing to suck, right? Get over it a little bit and just practice. Get your butt real high up in the air. Yeah, like that, Jody, it's perfect. Yeah, sunshine, sit your hips a little higher. And then see if you can get your knees a little higher up onto your arms because you are kind of out here to the side. So bring them more in line with your triceps. Yeah, like that. Yeah, good, Darcy. That was awesome. Your head is a great little, it'll give you a little bounce back. Good, Belinda. Try lifting one set of toes. Yeah, everyone stay in your practice. Whatever you're doing, stay committed. Yes, Darcy. Yes, Darcy. Good. Yeah, Roseanne. Love it. Good, Rachel. Yeah, lift your hips up, Rachel. Lift your hips up. Yep, bring your feet together though. Yep, and then bend your elbows, set your knees on top of your triceps. Yep, and then start to lean forward. So push through your toes a little bit. And then from here, maybe one set of toes. Yeah, come into child's pose, everyone except Rachel. Yeah, lift your hips up, Rach. Yeah, everyone else in child's pose except Rachel, knees wide. Yep, bend your elbows. Look more forward. Yep, you look forward, yep. And then lift one set of toes. Yeah, good. Really good. That was perfect. Yeah. Child's pose, girl. Yeah. Good job. Rest in child's. Knees wide, arms outstretched in front of you. This practice gives you access to so much. For me, it's given access to like my true self, to just be able to be free, to be able to speak up, and not be afraid of what I'm saying or ashamed. This practice has a way of breaking us open and revealing our true self. So breathe into your true self. Inhale. And breathe out, exhale. Do that again. Inhale. And exhale. Open your eyes, come up onto your hands and your knees. That's your in breath. Down dog, that's your out breath. That inhale, down dog, breathe in. Breathe out all your air. Get as empty as you can. Look forward, step or spring, feet to hands. Halfway up, we continue on our journey into power. Forward fold. Extended mountain. Come to the peak of your mountain. Inhale. Eagle pose, right side, right arm under. Lift your elbows up to shoulder height, right leg over. You can also take this as kickstand, right? Both feet on the floor. Yeah, just cross your legs and then squeeze your thighs in towards one another. Ujjayi. Lift your elbows up to shoulder height. Sweep up, mountain pose. Release with control. Left side, eagle. Build your pose from your feet right up to your hands. Squeeze the skin of your legs together. Yeah, yes. Lean back a little bit, everyone. Press the front of your pelvis forward, lean back. Even if it feels like you're gonna fall, do it anyways. Sweep up, mountain. Nicely done. Right side again, practice it again, eagle. Practice for what's possible. Maybe today it's possible to tuck your foot behind your calf. Maybe it's possible today to eliminate any gaps between your legs. Press the front of your pelvis more forward. Yeah, good, Roseanne. Keep working that. Lean back, pelvis forward. Yeah, Sweep up, mountain pose. Left side. Steady your eyes. Drishti. Gaze, just a tender, tender gaze. Lean back. Pelvis forward. Yeah, and keep on doing that little bits at a time. Lean back, pelvis forward. Maybe sink down is your next step. Good, sink down. Sweep up, mountain pose. Hands to heart. One big old breath. And let it go. Standing leg raise on the right. So grab your right knee or you can grab your foot. But stay tall, stay really erect. And then open out towards the lobby. Right, so every pose is based off of mountain pose. So you want to embody mountain pose here with one leg up, right? That's all it is. It's just a variation off that simple standing posture. Now come back to center. Extend your right leg, reach your arms up overhead. Airplane pose. Sweep your right leg back, arms alongside you. Lift from the inside of your right leg. So when you do that, your toes are gonna point down towards the earth and your heel's gonna lift straight up. Ujjayi, ujjayi. Yeah, palms facing down can be really helpful, like you're pressing into two pillars alongside you. Unite your palms together in front of your heart. Half moon, left hand down to the floor, right arm up, or right hand at your hip, or both hands down. Keep your right hip open. So if you're newer to the practice, just allow yourself to be newer to the practice. It's not about mastery. It's about doing what you can and being all for it in each moment. Yeah, just like that, Barbara. If you can, start to walk your gaze up the front of the studio, right? The way you're facing towards the lobby. Forward fold, exhale. Bring your feet together. Nicely done. Halfway lift, everybody. Forward fold. Mountain pose, stand tall. Hands to heart center. Breath. Straighten your legs. Exhale. Standing leg raise, left side. Shoulders stacked right over your hips. You can grab your foot too. And then when you're ready, once you're stable, open to the left. Sweep your right arm out. Pull your tailbone down. You might even look over to the right. Challenge your balance. Right? You don't want to get too comfortable. That equals complacency. Now come back to center. Extend your left leg. Reach your arms up overhead. Airplane pose. Ease into the posture. Right? When we tend to rush is when we tend to fall. So slow it down. Open up through your chest like the tip of a surfboard, a little uplift there. Everyone drop your left hip down just a little bit so it's in line with your right. Yeah, good. Awesome, Kathy. Open up through your left toes. Take one more breath in. Lift your shoulders. Half moon. Right hand down. Maybe you don't even have to bring it down. Maybe it comes to a hover. Left leg lifts. This is one of the most challenging balancing poses. So be gentle with yourself. That good, sunshine. Build one step at a time, just adding one thing on. Maybe it's your gaze starting to float up towards the window wall. For 3, stay with it. 2, focus on opening through your chest on 1. Forward fold, both feet together. Halfway lift, inhale, stay in flow, stay in vinyasa. Forward fold, exhale. Reach up, mountain pose. Hands to heart center. 1 breath. Set it free. Tree pose, right foot into the inside of your left leg. It might look like this, it might look like this, and it might look right foot into left thigh. Pull your shoulders back. Press your chest forward. Shoulders back. Yes, now you can lift up or stay with hands at heart center. Stay fully committed right here. Right, my teacher Baron used to always say, like, this is actually when the practice begins. Yeah, you've had the opportunity to integrate, you've had the opportunity to warm up and awaken and twist and get into vitality. And now we've like arrived really into the meat of the practice. So lift up into the sweetness that is. The sukha, the ease that's present amongst all the strength that you're creating, that you have. Take one more breath and lift your chest up even higher. Right foot down, left side, tree pose. Set it up. Set it up from the floor. And then move into your core, belly in and up. And then once you have your foundation, then you can be free, right? Frees you up to express yourself, to be vulnerable, to be open. Press your left foot into your right leg and then press your leg into your foot. A really awesome gaze, everyone. Ungrip through your right toes. Set your little right toes free. One more deep breath. Lift up and out of your waistline. Left foot sets down. Beautiful, ladies. Step to the top edge of your mat. Inhale, sweep up. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Chaturanga Dandasana. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Step your right foot forward, warrior 2. Warrior 2. Triangle pose, straighten your right leg. Reach forward, right hand down, either to your right ankle, a water bottle, or maybe your right hand is covering. The intention of this pose is to ground your energy, to ground your body. So press down through your feet. Nice, Nancy. And spin your gaze up, up to the ceiling, or Casey, up to the sky. Now look up at your left hand, come all the way up to standing. Hands at your hips, spin your toes in so they're closer than your heels, and forward fold, exhale. Come down. Headstand is an option. If you know headstand, you can take it, or handstand. Otherwise, just be in your straddle, forward fold. Reconnect to your breath. If you've lost it, right, if it's less conscious, make it more conscious. Take one more full breath right here. Stay and exhale. Now rise all the way up to standing. We're gonna do that same sequence, but to the back edge of your mat. So warrior two, left foot faces towards the back wall. Trikonasana, triangle, straighten your left leg, reach forward. You can probably even touch the back wall if you're close enough. Left hand down. Both legs straight, spin your drishti up towards your right thumb. If you can, you must. If you can, you must. And if you can't, it's okay. It doesn't matter, yeah? It doesn't mean anything. Pull your chest towards the heart mandala, the back of the room. Ujjayi, deep, deep lung breaths. Good, Rachel. For 3, press into your feet. Don't dump into your knees. Slightly bend your knees. Take one more deep breath in. Pyramid pose. Frame your left foot with both hands. Step your back foot in about halfway. And make sure, again, that you're on 2 lanes of traffic, that you're not on a tightrope. It may feel like we're in a circus, but we're not. Pull your left hip back and fold. Just check in with where you're feeling this, and then breathe into the sensation as an access to right now. Pull your left hip back, Jody and everybody. Yeah, good. We're gonna take pyramid to the front of the room. So lift your toes, pivot on your heels, walk your hands to the left edge of your mat, and then magically your right leg will be forward, and then make any adjustments you need to. And if it wasn't graceful, it doesn't matter. Some of you step your left foot out to the left. Notice if your feet are on one line. And then if that's happening, then left or right foot over to the right, sorry, or left foot to the left. Doesn't matter actually. And pull your belly in and up, in and up. And one more full deep breath. High plank, step back. Hold here. Now shift forward, lower slowly down for 3 with control. 2, 1. Rest your cheek all the way down, arms alongside you. Now locust pose. Clasp your hands behind your back. Interlace your hands and then lift your chest and lift both legs up off the floor. As much as you can lift up. And then open up through your feet. So even though you can't see your feet, spread your toes. Yeah, good, Roseanne. Good, spread your toes, Rachel. Yes. Now lift up a little bit more. Lower down, out, tail. Opposite cheek. One breath right here in between. Let it go. Locust round 2. Whatever you want to do with your arms. It could be superwoman arms in front of you. Lift up. Whatever you're doing with your upper body, lift up. Press down with the front of your pelvis. That's your foundation. Lift everything else up. Maybe even your gaze up. Yeah, lift from the inside of both thighs. Like there's a string attached to your inner thighs. Lift up from there. Lower down, exhale. Flip onto your back, bridge pose. I'm right into it. Right, so vinyasa is the linking together, it's the flow. So every pose, right, has prepared you for this pose. Make sure your ankles are underneath your knees, that they're not too far behind your knees or in front of your knees. Press down through your upper body, lift your pelvis up. Now stay here or come into wheel pose. If you want to take wheel, hands alongside your head, and then press into your hands and your feet. Otherwise, stay in your bridge. Stay present to what you're doing for 3, 2, 1. Come down, or if you want to stay up, you can stay up. 1 breath here. Inhale. Stay and exhale. Good. Inhale, wheel or bridge. Up you go. If you want to take wheel, bring your hands pretty wide onto your mat and go for it. You can use your head to rest on if you feel like you don't have enough strength right now. Good. Stay and breathe. Stay and breathe. Eyes open. Eyes open. Yeah, stay right here. Good, Rachel. Squeeze your inner thighs together and lower down on your out breath. 1 breath in between. We're going to string them together. Inhale, fill up. Exhale, stay. Inhale, rise. Wheel or bridge. Up you go. You're almost there. This is the peak of the practice, okay? It's like the summit of the mountain. So you want to stay fully committed. For 3, press down more with your feet. Lift your hips up higher. 2, stay on 1. Lower down gently. Exhale. It's Supta Baddha Konasana. Bring the soles of your feet together and bring your knees wide. I just trust you're listening here. Listen for what's present. A lot of times our thoughts can be really loud. And that's why we're not hearing clearly, right? Because there's a lot of thinking going on. And you might start to feel like the thoughts are becoming less. Just through this journey, moving your body and really getting in touch. This has a way of clearing out. Take a big deep breath in. Stay and breathe out. Happy baby. Grab your feet and pull down. Now you can rock side to side. Grab whatever you can. All right, unite your knees, hug in, give yourself a sweaty Wednesday morning hug. And now rock and roll up and down the length of your spine. And you're gonna rock and roll in a 180. So you're gonna start to face forward. And use your core, moving into abs. And then when you come forward, we'll meet into boat pose. So spin around if you're not facing towards the mirror. Either support yourself behind your legs, or you can do it here as well. Pull your chest forward though. So you want to take out any rounding through the spine. That's where you might need support. Now you can stay upright here in boat, or you can extend into low boat. Good, we'll do that 5 times. So either stay, or you can do low boat and high boat. So that's 4, 3, yeah, or you're just staying here, 2, and 1. High boat, inhale, belly to back. Pull your chest even more forward, like nipples forward. Really stick your chest out. And then cross your ankles, plant your hands. You might do a chaturanga here or just downward facing dog. Half pigeon right side, right knee to right wrist. Lengthen your left leg. Now modifications of this, you can come down like this. Modifications of this is on your seat. Yep. Or you can also take this laying down, Barbara, which is a little bit more restorative. So your choice. It's really good to know, right, your body. and what is possible in your body related to injuries or just not being in the experience of moving your body, and every body's different. One of the things I really love about teaching is seeing how people move, seeing people's anatomy and what's possible for them, what's like never gonna be possible. As hard as you try, yeah, sunshine, to get your heels down, they're not gonna get down, right? And you don't wanna force that. So this practice gives you access to yourself on all the layers. Physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. Stay with your Ujjayi breath. Take one more full deep breath in. Stay and let it exit out of your lungs into its entirety. And then gently rise up and then take down dog. And then move into the other side. Extend your right leg long. Make sure you're not rolling onto your left glute. You actually want to keep your hips lifted, and then if you're open enough, your left hip might touch the floor. But for most of us, that's not going to happen. Now walk your elbows forward. Notice if you're crunching through your lower body, you want to accordion your chest forward. Good adjustments, ladies. Every section of this class has an intention. And the intention here is to open. Open in your body. Where else can you open? Where else are you willing to open up? Right? We can get hardened, we can close off for all the reasons, right? But what are you committed to being open to? Where do you want to be more open, where you're closed? Yoga is more than the postures, right? It's a lot of inquiry. It's a lot of diving deep into our mindscape and seeing what's there and unearthing it, bringing it back up to the surface, acknowledging, accepting what's there. And what's possible is healing. Yeah? The way to the other side is through. It's like that song my daughter always sings, like, can't go over it, can't go under it. It's like you got to go through it. Take a full deep breath in. Stay and savor the exhale. Seated forward fold. Roll onto your left hip and bring both legs forward. Reach your arms up, extend through your torso, and light up through your feet. So flex them or point, and then forward fold. Hands through heart center, reach for your feet. Pull your belly in. See if you can sandwich your chest a little closer towards your thighs. Inhale, rise up, incline plank or reverse tabletop. So knees bent or legs straight. Yeah, you're almost there, ladies. Shavasana is in your near future. Lift your elbows up even higher. And then sit down. Spin your hips forward so you lay all the way down onto your back. And either do waterfall, like here, or shoulder stand or head squares. You can also utilize the wall in whatever way, especially if you're close to it. Shoulder stand is really active, so press the balls of your feet up towards the ceiling. Yes, walk your elbows closer if you can. From shoulder stand, come into plow. Bring your feet overhead. Keep your legs straight-ish. Yeah. Your toes touch, curl them in, and press your heels away from you. Deaf person's pose. Bend your knees, bring them alongside your head. Go all the way down. All the way down. Take a twist, bring your right knee into your chest,